And we're back to another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I am your host, the RPG Guy. This is a rig that we're just putting back together here, so we can sell it for the cold hard cash. Specifically, we're building it for the purpose of reselling it. Now, that rhythm is shameful. But no, you know what? We're done with 2400. We're not going to put 2400 in PCs. At this point in the game, there's not much of a... You're not going to make a lot of money off of that memory. And we don't have doubles of it. There's, you know, it won't perform well. I mean, we're probably just better off selling it for the 23 bucks that it's worth. And let's go ahead and put in... Let me see here, 3,400, 3,200. Here's 3,000 at 8 gigs. We'll just put that in. Okay. Graphics card. Oh, I see a problem that I did not foresee. Even the mini? Hold on. I mean, I'll put a tiny piece of crap in there. I don't mind, but... Really? What video card would fit that? Well, I'm going to buy one because I don't want these little boards in here, really. Because as you can see, they're a little bit of a problem to deal with. But we will sell that for the whopping 10 bucks that it's worth. No, I'm not selling that. What the hell? And I think we have a 550 that'll go in nicely. Okay, so we got to put a really tiny card in there. So it's probably going to be one of these Sheens, I think. A little more than I wanted to spend. I want this thing out of my freaking... Because it's tiny and only certain things fit in it, now I really want to get it out of here. Ooh, I didn't put a hard drive in. We'll do that in a second. Storage, put that piece of crap in there. There we go. I mean, if you're into a blinged up little PC, that's neat, but still kind of dumb. I'm sorry, it is. It's only worth 350 bucks right now, 449, so it can't be worth that much once we 3D mark this bitch. But yeah, it's what a piece of crap. You know what? I will put a little bit of a... What's the wattage on that shitty card? 60 watts, huh? Yeah, we'll put this on there. We're going to get the most out of that little shitty card that we can. And yes, you are reading the time correctly for anyone asking. I just got back from another country, from Japan, and I'm on a fucking completely different schedule. And I'm still recovering from. Set the motherboard. Okay, no RAM. So 3600 Sniper X Silver. Right there. Boom. What's wrong with you? I think you were RAM too. No RAM, yeah. T-Force Delta 266 white. T-Force Delta, yeah, right here. Okay, so this guy had the Sniper X. So let's order this now so we can get it done. Now we're spending a little bit of money on the same day delivery because I got to do it again when I got to do those builds, but I'm just trying to do it to be a little more efficient on myself. In other words, I don't want to keep making mistakes. So if I just do things as I know them to be done, or as I know what needs to be done, I won't get parts confused and waste a lot of time. We won't continue that idea too often, but it is something I want to kind of sort out in my head with my planning. Do a little better with my planning, per se. Set the memory. His memory. Alright, this guy be done. 481. So not much. We're not going to get much for this guy. And we spent about 200 to get it here. So, but we sold off its old parts and whatever. We're probably going to get like 50 bucks for this thing. But that's fine. I want it out of here. And we got a slightly larger tower out of the deal, so it's not a complete loss. Slow ass hard drive, bro. Really quick. It's riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn. Alright, what do we got coming? Two broken PCs down there. That'll be nice. Well, got some nice stuff eventually coming in. While that's going. One must announce with a heavy heart that one is throwing in the towel and retiring from multiplayer gaming. On the arrival of one spectacular new PC, truly magnificent machine, one's retinue seemed immediately dissatisfied. Scarcely a day later, one was sat down by one's staff and given a stern talking to about the importance of royal duties. It should be noted that one does not usually suffer being given a talking to about anything. Least of all royal duties, wear in their nappies. But one must occasionally allow it, as ignoring such issues can lead to one's staff getting all uppity. And then before one knows it, someone has leaked something awful to the press. Anyways, it has been made clear that the multiplayer online gaming, while popular among the people, has no place in one's daily life, even if one is terribly good at it. Important work was being left undone, and diplomatic reasons were at risk. The Dutch Prime Minister is still most upset. One must regretfully inform you that, as this entire episode might be seen in a negative light by certain media outlets, the palace has declined to approve your royal warrant. However, one will never forget all the good work you've done
You have the personal face of Her Majesty, Her Royal Highness the Queen. So we're never going to get jobs from her again, thank God. Actually, no, I don't. They were actually kind of fun to do, in all fairness. So that's kind of sad, actually. Those were not the worst jobs that we've ever done. Kind of like when they want you to really build some absurd, psychotic, machine. It's just all powerful. Kind of like that when that happens, actually. But we do have this other dude who now wants a hard drive upgrade. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's turn these in. Make a save. Save makes your friend. New case and more RAM. Yay. A rig that can... Alright, let's take a look at these. I need a new computer. If you're available, there's a game I really want to play, World of Warcraft. Recommended specs is urgent, so please hurry. I read that Intel parts are really good. Captain's log, supplemental. We have spoken to the Placidians about the supernova threatening the world. The strange part was that over the video link, the Placidians seemed remarkably calm about the situation. It's almost as if they don't care. My chief engineer, Dougal, has a plan to build a force field strong enough to withstand the worst of the solar radiation. But the work will take several days, and I don't know if we have that much time. Meanwhile, Mr. Nemo has begun a program of cultural exchange with the Placidians. Though a two-way data link, we can share knowledge in the field of science, history, and art. There is much we can learn from these people, and I must request additional storage capacity for our library computer. It is in my hope that, in learning about their culture, we can come to terms with their bizarre complacency in the face of utter destruction. Captain J. Dirk, FSS, Bold Human Federation. This dude wants 8,000 gigabytes of storage. That's not hard to do, but what does he already have? Right? 8 gigs, 8,000 gigabytes. He's got 120. So, storage-wise, out of just curiosity, what the hell? Oh, 4 terabyte right there. So, 8,000 gigs. Well, then we're working in terabytes. So, really, it's just 2 of those, which I'm not worried about. Can't do anything about that. I need a new computer if you're available. There's this game I really want to play, World of Warcraft. He just wants an Intel that plays World of Warcraft. Okay. So, budget is $22.50. All right. Well, because I can. Let's just do this really quick. Boom. Well, we need to know what World of Warcraft needs. It shouldn't need a lot. I know a lot of people really love that game, but this is in 2019. It's kind of... You can find something else, guys. The game ain't that good. I'm sorry. I'm just one of those people that didn't think it was that great. Even when it came out, it didn't do anything for me. So I don't know. It could just be me. You know, I could just be one of those people that just... It didn't really do anything for me when I played it. So maybe it does something for you then, but holy crap, did it do nothing for me? Which I must be a minority in that. So we'll go with a 650 watt. Boom. Storage. Let's get a good storage since we'll have money to burn here. Go with the Patriot. Boom. Graphics card R9 290. Put something better in there than that. i5 6500. Now, there's one in our inventory. Isn't that used, though? It is used. It's a Skylake. Ew! We're not doing that.
Uh-oh. Why can't I... Ooh, that was weird. So, yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to go with Coffee Lake wherever we can, whenever we can here. So let's just go with that guy at 250. Boom, that should be more than enough. Cooling, boom. Motherboard. Boom. The memory can be in the 4,000s. We don't need a lot, strangely enough. So let's just go with that. And then the graphics card. We'll just go with an 8 gig card, I think. He needs 8 gigs worth of memory, so why not? Anything's better than that shitty R9 290. So let's do, actually, how much do we have left to spend? What do we actually have in here? RAM, motherboard, that, got it. So all we're really missing is the video card. So we have, how much left? We're at 925 out of 2250. So boom, we'll do 2 of those. We'll put a good graphics card in there. 2250. We can put a good video card in there. We don't need to go too big. But we could go with things up in this 8 gig range. Like this Founders here at 690. Is what I'm thinking. And the power demand is not too high. Boom. So we should have everything we need. Case, we got that power supply, got it. I know we have that. Got 2 of those. Got the motherboard, got the cooling, got the processor. And then for storage, we need 2 4 gigs hard drive, 4 gig hard drives. Which that dude's computer tower should be able to hold it. Same day delivery. Boom. And we'll grab that. Let's get to work. So let's go ahead and put in the goods. Motherboard. Memory. Well, we know what kind of motherboard we would need for this, which strangely enough is a really crappy one. So and it's not going to be expensive. It's only going to be about $100. So I might want to actually consider building a rig just to get rid of that processor, because it is that shitty. But we'll wait for the moment and consider it. We do have. The problem is we have some nice. We could buy a cheap hard drive too, I guess, and throw that in there. So we'll buy the cheap motherboard and a cheap hard drive, and then we'll put in one of our cheapest power supply, which looks like they're going to be 650 watts. It looks like, or 600 watts right here. So we'll put that in there. Wait, really? That can't be true. Why is this more? This better one. Well, whatever. We'll put this in there. Run 3D Mark. Set the RAM. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure a lot of people like... I'm not sorry, but I am not... I'm just saying there's probably a lot of people who love World of Warcraft. But even when it came out, it was just not for me. And I know a lot of, like I said, I know a lot of people love that franchise, but I mean, it kind of killed a company when you think about it. I loved the regular Warcraft games and StarCraft, and I think that the accessibility of WoW, in and of itself, I think destroyed the industry, destroyed Blizzard, and their credibility of making a great product. And it's just an opinion. It's just an opinion, but it is a very, I think, important and interesting observation. That when we, I'm sure a lot of people like Hearthstone as well and stuff. My point is that I think that there is, strangely enough, ever since WoW came out, Blizzard doesn't, to me, seem to work as hard as they used to at making really, really good games. And that could be said about a lot of companies too. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's like a lot of AAA companies, and if anybody from them is actually listening to this, which I highly doubt, I'm just saying, you guys gotta get your shit together, because right now it's a fucking cavalcade of failure left and right, and it should be about making a good game first and foremost. And if you're not making a good game, then you're wasting your money and your time, because I think a lot of these companies forgot how they became famous and wealthy. I really do think that they've forgotten, what made them all their money. And it wasn't just making video games, it was making good quality video games. And that's something I don't think we're going to see from the AAA guys for a little while, because they kind of have their head up their butts and they're trying to get involved in things that really they don't need to, because I don't think they know that stuff very well. Things like politics and other aspects of society, where it's like, no, stick to what you're making. Stick to the regular shit. Okay? Don't try to do more than what's realistic. And I don't know. I know I'm rambling a little bit over this, but it is an observation that I like to point out, that I think video game companies need to spend more time focusing on making a good game. Because right now, I think that the industry is hurting really badly. No boot device, because I didn't put one in. I think that the industry really, really badly right now needs to focus on creating a good product. And I think right now that people don't I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. But I want to say, and people say, why do people like games that are retro? And yeah, and the more I watch someone like Hobo Headcrab play through games that are older than he is, and he'll blind play through them and do a whole bunch of other things regarding them, it's interesting to watch him play them and actually enjoy them more than he enjoys anything new. And this is not because he's some young hipster or anything. He's not. He's kind of the opposite. But for him, it's like, why don't they write stories like this anymore? And my gag to that is, it's too much effort. It takes too long. People have shit to do, It's not going to work. And the more we talk about it, the more it just seems to register to him that, yeah, it's kind of interesting, to find out about a lot of that. It's fascinating to see a young person like him sit and actually make the same commentary as a person older than him is making, without me really influencing his decision on that, because he knows that a little bit, but they really don't make games like they used to, and it's very, very apparent. The storylines are pretty trashy. All they seem to care about is graphics, and the gameplay even is starting to go down dramatically in quality. So like I said, I think we're getting to a point here where we need to start really holding these AAA companies to account when third-party developers, or even more so indie developers, are outmatching them in just concept. These guys have massive budgets for everything that they do, and just in basic concept, they can't even get a concept right. So I'm interested to see what Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be doing, and a couple other game companies that are kind of standing up for the idea that we need to go back to making good games and before we start running our mouths and, you know, trying to dictate how the industry should be, because I think a lot of them have lost a lot of their street cred. You know, Activision, EA, even Square Enix, for what it's worth, all of them have lost so much street cred in the last decade, and it's starting to get kind of pathetic watching them kind of squirm and figure themselves out while they're still trying to figure out what to do about them not reaching the greatness that they reached in the past, especially because people can afford it, can't afford to buy their stuff. So it's something that needs to be pointed out, I think. But anyway, I'm not going to bog you guys down with too much of that. It's just an observation that I feel needs to be made for people. Like again, I really want to see the industry make a strong comeback. And right now, more than ever, it seems like it's hurting because they can't seem to be on point about anything. I think they're too political right now. I think that they don't really know how to please their fan base. Oh, Jesus! And I think they kind of need to go back to formula. And I know, again, that sounds weird to a lot of people. But I think, again, now more than ever, it's kind of true. They need to go back to formula and make some good games. And in all fairness, too, I know this is like a ramble episode because there's not much to do. The film industry is in this quagmire as well. But they've been in it longer, and they've been doing okay. Oh, God. They've been doing okay. You know what? Let's run the virus scan, too. It's starting to catch up with them, too. You know, the idea that they're not creating original films anymore. You know, nobody's creating Indiana Jones again, and they don't have to. I mean, that's the thing. They really don't have to create Indiana Jones again. Nobody's asking them to do that. But interestingly enough, what we are asking is that we get those adventure stories again. It doesn't have to be Indiana Jones. It could be anybody. But we're not getting it. And I think that I'm not saying that, okay, I'm not explaining this right. I would like to see the film industry start creating original content again. Original content can be homage to other films in the industry. It doesn't have to be 100% authentically new. Nobody's ever done it before. Nobody's ever seen it before. No, it doesn't have to be anything like that. But wouldn't it be nice? I know I was kind of singing that in a joking way before, but it would be kind of nice if we could kind of go back to a time when people who had great stories to tell. We still haven't had a great fantasy since Lord of the Rings, and I don't care what you say about Harry Potter, but Harry Potter's mediocre at best. I'm sorry, it really is. I know a lot of people like Harry Potter, but I've never found it to be that good. I found it to be more of a fad, especially as the series went on, and less people gave a crap. I thought that was interesting. As the movies went on and the books were... the fan base always seemed to be really strong on the books, but the movies in general... people seemed to stop caring. Oh, God. Seemed to stop caring around like the 6th or 7th... I want to say 6th movie. I want to say... There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of them. I want to make sure we did that right. I don't think I removed it all. There's a ton of movies in the series, and I don't remember ever hearing the Harry Potter movies always doing that well. And maybe it's because, and you're welcome to rub in the idea that I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and that's fine, but I'm not basing it necessarily on the fact that I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. There's other reasons I think that Harry Potter's been blowing lately. And it's really because I think overall they weren't that good of a story to begin with. Because a lot of people who are fans of Harry Potter don't even talk about it anymore. They don't even make mention of it. You mention it to them, they go, "Oh yeah, I liked Harry Potter. What'd you like about it?" You know, I don't really remember. And when people are telling you that, that's weird. It's like, I remember why I liked Lord of the Rings. I can't believe why you can't remember why you And I don't mean the movies. I like the books too. Anyway, enough of that rambling. Some food for thought. Something for all of us to kind of playfully think about. I actually need a new computer. Is that possible? I won't be happy if it can't benchmark 6563. Well, with that budget, we can do it. I'm looking to overclock in the future. Please, can you put in a custom water cooling loop? Okay, maybe for that price we can't. We can, but it's going to be pricey. Can you get it done in 2 days? I heard you guys use used parts. Please don't do that. I'm a total Intel fanboy. Okay, so we'll come back to that in a second, because let's do this one. I'm after a new rig. Can you build me something good? World of Warcraft min specs. It's my favorite game right now, so I want to run it. Seagate components are meant to be the bomb. That's relatively easy. Carl. Walking Dead, the Carl simulator. Carl! So, let's go ahead. Minimum specs. Wow. The $1,750 budget. That should not be a problem. Look at that. That's abysmal. But I don't think we want to go too cheap in motherboard processor combo. So let's go ahead and look into that. We're going to go with Intel because Intel will end up being the cheapest for doing this. And we want to go to Coffee Lake. $250 is a little much. Go with that. It should be fine. That. And we need a Coffee Lake motherboard. We want one that's upgradable, so we'll go with the usual suspect. Now, memory, we'll go to the 4000, but we don't need a lot of memory. So, we could go with the 4 gig stick at $80, but we're only at $375, so we'll go with a 16 gig stick for now. Just one, and we'll figure the rest out later. A GTX 960. Let's do the rest of this while we're here. Before we do that, let's keep moving. Let's grab a Patriot hard drive. Power supply, 650 if we can spare. And we'll do the cheap deep cool matrix. So that puts us at 865. So for graphics card, we put in something in the $400 range. $500 range even. Now, we've never used this. What does that put us at? Ooh. $1,750. We can afford it. We've never used this one, so I'm kind of curious. What can I say? Vega 56 OC edition. That looks different. Okay, let's double check that it's all in here. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Everything here looks rather good. Okay. Now because I can use the view cart schematic here to figure out how much we needed to spend to stay under that. But this guy is going to be a bitch. Because we need to do the water cooling shop. Now his budget is $3,250. It's not abysmal, but it's not optimal either. So we will accept. And we don't know what's wrong with this dude's thing. I'm just going to read this really quick. My friend said you work with computers. Can't believe my PC broke. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? Hit the power button, nothing happens. Has the CPU broken or something? So can you do that by tomorrow? I heard you guys putting used parts of PCs. Please don't do that. My kid's been using it. I've been getting some weird pop-ups. Claude Shaw, bland vehicles. That's fine. We accept. We're not going to buy the part. Well, he said the processor, right? Well, what is it? An i5 8400. Well, that's $250, bro, so I don't buy it. So we'll see what else is really going on. All right. He needs 6563. That's our budget. Okay. Don't need this anymore. Try to remove some of what's out here. Let's get to it. GPU is going to have to be something pretty good. But I don't think we need to go this high. For the number they're asking, we could probably just go with a 1080 or even a 1070. For 6563, for now, let's go with a 1080. Plexi. So we'll subtract 805 from here. CPU block. As much as I want to use one of these, I worry. Oh wait, brand doesn't matter, so let's just do it, right? $70, boom. Minus $70. Water-cooled GPU. The reservoir, we'll do the little one at 220. And a radiator. Let's go with this guy here for 230. Boom. Minus 230. So, we have $1,925 to go with. We'll have this delivered immediately. So, he doesn't say anything else that he wants. Oh, Intel. Okay, yes he does. So, that's actually easy. The motherboard's already in here. So, boom. Minus 165. Okay. We need to go with a Coffee Lake. It needs to be somewhat decent, but it doesn't need to be the strongest thing out there. So, and it could be overclockable. These two are exactly the same, and this one can be overclocked. So we'll take this guy for 300. Bam. Minus 300. So we got the motherboard. We need memory at 4,000 hertz. So for memory, I'm thinking two of these guys. Let's go with the black one so we can tell them apart. Boom, boom. Minus 270, minus 270. 920. Well, we've got our graphics card already, so we're fine there. Storage. Let's just go with a simple Patriot here at 110. Minus 110. Power supply. We want to probably go with a big power supply. Go with the 750 watt beast here, which gives us $60. And you know that's going to be for the case. Boom. Minus 50. We have $10 left. Holy hell in a handbasket. We did it. So we've got the things for these two rigs. Let's go get these done now. Shall we? Intel fanboy. Oh, this dude wanted Seagate. Crap baskets. Hold on. Remove you. Storage. And we spent $100, so we'll just spend the 90 for the 3 terabyte. Bam. Now he's happy. I don't think there's anything else Seagate in here, so yeah, so that we're good. It's just a hard drives. Buy now. Now the liquid cooled one is this dude, right? So Useful Dan. Put that there, put you over here. We'll work on Useful Dan's rig first, since this stuff should be closer to the outside. The motherboard. This guy. Memory. Sweet. Put that in. Sorry, I'm not saying much. I just want to get this all in. Can't believe we can find a $70 one. That's nice. That's a really good find. Try again, shall we? So where did it get stuck? Somehow there. Alright, well that's going. I think we just need to put in the storage. Still have $660 remaining. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, you know what? No, I don't know what it is. Oh, shit. Not going to worry about it. But I am going to do this. Because I can. Because we were like $10 shy of something. For the life of me, I don't remember what it was. But looks like we're okay. Alright, regardless. 3D Mark. We're hoping for that score. Let's get started on this sucker. Oh, you know what we didn't put in? GPU tuner. Just do it now, before I forget. Get that going. Run it. Dinky cheap one. Let's set the rest of this up. Looks good. Still feel like I'm missing something. But I don't see it. For the life of me. We really just need to run 3D Mark Advanced, which is fine. We'll see what this rig gets. Interestingly enough, I'm curious about that titanium. 7, yep. Meets the requirements. Let's get it out of here. Alright. Let's go ahead and let them collect. Ah! It's on level 9 too. So we're really just waiting on this guy. And then we'll be good to go. Now, the reason I haven't rejected this dude's offer yet is because we still got 9 days to get our level back up, because we could probably fix this in 1 day. You know what I mean? and it just wants light gray cables. The labor money is good. So we're going to hold off as long as we can on that one until it expires, but here's hoping. Look at that thing go. These guys are being... We got another micro tower and a bunch of regular cases we got to figure out what we want to do with at some point here. All right, done. Another case. All right, so we'll power this down. 2 more days for those 3 rigs. One of them's not getting as high as I was hoping, though. Maybe it'll spike really quick. Anyway, on the morrow, we've got some new parts coming in, but really a rig that we need to repair. That we need to repair the same day, even. Ugh. But we will. I don't even remember, did we buy the parts or not? But yeah, so we're getting there, guys. Slowly but steady. Slow and steady wins the race. We're almost to level 23. A little more than almost, but a couple more episodes will be at level 23. Hopefully unlocking some new stuff for us so we can do some new, well, stuff. Because, yeah, we're kind of still stuck with this guy until at least level 25, it looks like. But, yeah. We've got other things that we gotta get ready for. Incoming, of course. And we've got to diagnose this guy. Before we stop, though, we are going to do the PC-based stuff. Why not? Another case. We are pretty stocked on cases, but you know what? Rather have it than not have it. A Cabby Lake... This is really shitty. Micro ATX. Yeah, I guess we'll take it for now. Oh, hell yeah. Motherboard Central. Alright, these jumped up a bit. And then there's the new one down there. So it's just going very slowly. Alright, so I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and when we come back with more PC Building Simulator, we're going to get this guy fixed, and we're going to take a look at these new jobs. Obviously some new rig builds, a lot of the, some of it with the water cooling, like what we did before, some stuff that's just questionable, and some stuff that is not as questionable, but we need to get done, and oh god, it's this dude. It's this dude. Okay, well, one way or another, we're going to get these guys sorted out. And what I might even do is actually order the parts and have them delivered upon the morrow. Well, no, we won't, because we got to build 3 new computers. So we will quick order everything as usual. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTardStudios for more live gaming action. You can support the channel there as well. This channel and the Twitch channel, so you can support them both by clicking on the donate link below or subscribing to my Twitch channel. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we will see you guys next time.